I just gotta wait till it's open and then mute the YouTube so you don't echo.
Okay, let me know.
And then when Jenny opens it, try to have her put it in here because that's what's in there.
Oh, this is on camera?
Yes.
Okay. So Jenny, when you open them,
Mhm.
just put them on, put them.
And
Is she pulling them out for me too?
no,
Yeah.
no,
No?
you will.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you want to.
That's fine. Just open it and then I'll pull it out.
Okay,
I'll be quick.
And then
Yeah, and then YouTube Live.
yes, it's on YouTube now, and then this one share. Okay.
Okay. Ready? Okay, welcome to the tally for the December 1st Prop 218 election. We are projecting results on the tally and summary spreadsheet. We will be stating if the vote is a yes or no and the actual weighted average of each ballot voted. A ballot that is completed properly but with no vote will be labeled as a no vote. A ballot that has no signature, even with the vote, will be labeled as not cast. So I'll begin each project by opening the envelopes and removing the ballots, and the tally and summary page will be marked as each ballot is tallied. So we're not going to begin the tally for project number 5167, Panorama City CDBG number 3, Council File 200900 S59. APN 2209004020, William Ray LLC. The vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209004025, Juan Flora and Jesus Luna. The vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209003020, Roberto and Maria Palomo. The vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209003023, Eduardo Arambula. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209004019, Rutilo and Rosa Florian Trust. The vote is no for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209004027, Eleazar Pineda. The vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209004035, Sanchai Sibunrang Trust. The vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209004024, Magdalena Garcia and Martha Rivera. The vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209004028, Brian Lathrop and Mary Toroncoso. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209-003-024, Nestor Guzman and Adela Olivas. Vote is yes for the amount of $104.81. APN 2209-004-015, Rafael and Alta Gracia Viramontes. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209-004-012, Scott and Nenita Johnson. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-004-033, Stuart Perltish Trust. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209-004-013, Stuart Perltish. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209-004-034, Wallen Hamilton Jr. Trust. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209-004-032, Joanne Mayer. The vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209-004-031, Mike and Elizabeth Muradian. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-004-021, Mildred Haynes. The vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209-003-026, Luis and Rosalia Brand. The vote is no for the amount of $83.85. Okay, so this completes the tabulation for project 5167, and the unofficial result is passing. Okay. Okay, so now project 5166, Panorama City CDBG number 2, council file 200900 S48. APN 2209-003-006, Ulysses Williams. Vote is yes for $154.22. APN 2209-004-008, Juan and Adela Rivera. The vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-004-005, Mario and Martha Vasquez. Vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209-004-003, Felicissimo and Gladys Manoy. The vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-003-001, Rafael and Maria Hernandez Trust. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-004-002, Jason and Azariel Villar. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-004-007, Philip Clark Jr. and Edna Clark Trust. Vote is yes for the amount of $83.85. APN 2209-004-006, Courtney Fontaine. Vote is yes for $83.85. So this concludes the tabulation for project 5166, and the unofficial result is passing. Project 5161, Panorama City CDBG number 1, Council File 200900S49. APN 2209-001-004, Oliver and Queenie Gabriel Trust. Vote is no for $182.26. APN 2209-001-003, Centinela Associates Investments. Vote is no for $373.86. APN 2209-001-004, Oliver and Queenie Gabriel Trust. Vote is no for $182.26. Oh, is it duplicate? Yeah, that's right. Okay, this is a duplicate ballot. APN 2209-002-003, Dora Melendez. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN one more time. 2209-002-003, Dora Melendez. And the vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-001-014, Jessica and Blanca Rivera. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-002-004, Luis and Ara Hidalgo Trust. Vote is no for $83.85. Okay. So this concludes the tally for project 5161, and the unofficial result is failing. Project 5168, Panorama City CDBG number 4, council file 200900S60. APN 2209-003-015, Sixto and Judy Vargas. Vote is no for $373.86. And this concludes the tally for project 5168, and the unofficial result is failing. Project 5170, Panorama City CDBG number 5, council file 200900S61. APN 2209-008-008, Helene Christensen. The vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-006-002, Jesus and Vivian Barrientos. The vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-005-015, Gail Porter. Vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209-005-016, Cesar Najarro. Vote is no for $83.85. That's it. Fine. So this concludes the tally for project 5170, and the unofficial result is a tie. Oh, which means it's passing, unofficial passing. Project 5171, Panorama City CDBG number 6, council file 200900S62. APN 2209-006-010, Ruben and Lydia Morales. Vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209-002-011, Kitticorn Karagay. Vote is no for $104.81. APN 2209002013 Patrick Doherty Trust. Vote is no for $104.81. APN 2209007013 Mauro and Maria Ruvalcaba. The vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209007018 Eugenio and Teresa Guzman. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209002017 Diane and Kathleen Coco. The vote is yes for $92.24. APN 2209007017 Raul Morales. Vote is yes. I'm sorry, no. The vote is no for $83.85. Okay, so this concludes the tally for project 5171, and the unofficial result is failing. Project 5172, Panorama City CDBG number 7, Council File 200900S63. APN 2209008001, Evelyn Lowe Trust. Vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209007009, Luis Ruiz and Yolanda. The vote is yes for $92.24. EPN 2209007001, Ruben and Guadalupe Galvez. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209008002, Gerald and Gayanis Senaratne. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209006005, Weisner LLC. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209008003, Robert and Dolores Knox Trust. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209009010, Kinkeo Janesajawan. Vote is yes for $92.24. APN 2209006007, Alberto Zavala. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209008004, John Estrada. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209007004, Rafael Nieves and Manuel Loyo. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209007007, Hector and Roxana Castro. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209008005, Byron and Paula Fogel Trust. Vote is no for $83.85. Okay, so this concludes the tally for project 5172, and the unofficial result is passing. Project 5173, Panorama City CDBG number 8, Council File 200900S64. APN 2209009008, Beatrice Cabrera. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209010023, Efren Toroncoso. Vote is no for $92.24. So this concludes the tally for project 5173, and the unofficial result is failing. Project 5174, Panorama City CDBG number 9, Council File 200900S65. APN 2209010016, Sharon Wilson. The vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209010014, Timothy and Noriko Cole. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-010-020, Lorraine Richardson. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-010-013, Reno Wickham. Vote is yes for $92.24. APN 2209-010-018, Stuardo and Blanca Trust. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-010-015, Robert Ewing. The vote is no for $83.85. Those are all the ballots. So this concludes the tally for project 5174. The unofficial result is passing. Project 5175, Panorama City CDBG number 10, Council File 200900S66. APN 2209-010-012, Carol and Sean Lilly. The vote is yes for $92.24. APN 2209-010-010, Victor Hara and Tiffany Noquillo. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-010-011, Artak Martirosian. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-010-007, Maria Caldera. The vote is no for $83.85. APN 2209-010-004, Beatrice Farino. Vote is yes for $83.85. APN 2209-010-009, Michael and Sandra Garrity. The vote is yes for $83.85. This concludes the tally for project 5175, and the unofficial result is passing. Okay, so the tally has been completed for the December 1st election. After review and approval, the official results will be certified and further information will be relayed at the January 19th council hearing. You can reach the election division at 213-978-0444 with any questions you may have regarding this tally.